Hey guys, Jesse with New Wing Order here, and today we're going to be doing our grilled Ragin Cajun Wings with remoulade sauce. Now the remoulade sauce is best if it sits, so let's start with that. Alright guys, so this sauce starts out with 2 cups of mayo here, and to add that we're going to add 1/4 cup of Dijon mustard, 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley, 2 tablespoons of Louisiana hot sauce, 1.5 tablespoons of Creole mustard, 1.5 tablespoons of capers. Now this is strictly for salt content. Add some nice flavor and the salt there, so you'll actually notice we don't add any added salt, mainly because of the capers. Then you've got a tablespoon of minced garlic, a teaspoon and a half of horseradish, 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire, 1.5 teaspoons of smoked paprika, and just 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne. Now I'm going to use an immersion blender for this, but it's perfectly fine if you have a regular blender as well. And I'll blend this for about 2 minutes. All right guys, so now it's time to marinate these wings. Now we've already mixed our seasoning up here, and this is the same dry rub we use in our Ragin Cajun Wings in the food truck. So make sure you try those out too. This rub is 2 tablespoons of paprika, 2 tablespoons of granulated garlic, 1 tablespoon of cayenne, 1 tablespoon of oregano, 1 tablespoon of thyme, 1 tablespoon of granulated onion, 1 tablespoon of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of white pepper, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. So incorporate that well, and then to that, you're gonna add 1/3 cup of oil. Now, I recommend a grapeseed oil, a vegetable oil, something with a high smoke point. You don't wanna use something like an olive oil right here, or it'll burn on the grill. So we're gonna add that directly to the seasoning. And then take your rubber spatula and mix this up really well. Now it's gonna kind of form into a paste here, and it's gonna feel really thick and maybe unnatural, but that's a good thing. You want it to clump up like this, because you'll see once we add to the wings, it'll cover them completely. So that's actually what you're looking for right there. Now we're gonna add our wings, and then it's best to do this just with your gloved hands, because you really want to get in there and get this dry marinade all the way on these wings. You see that? There's a lot of flavor in these wings already. And if you notice too, the salt content isn't too high right here. It's just 1 tablespoon of salt in here. All right, so that's what you're looking for. Now I'm gonna transfer these over to a Ziploc bag, and we're gonna marinate them for at least 4 hours, but honestly, overnight's best. All right guys, this is what the wings look like after being in the marinade for 24 hours. I took them out of the refrigerator about 30 minutes ago, and you wanna do that always with meat, because you want it to come closer to room temperature before you put it on the grill. That way they'll cook more evenly. All right, let's get these on the grill. All right guys, these wings have been on the grill for about 20 minutes. You'll notice they're getting some nice char and starting to crisp up a little bit. I'd say they have probably about 10 minutes to go or so. You'll also notice I've got all the drummies over here and the flats over here. That's because I noticed that the hot spot is right in this area. And the drummies normally take just a few minutes longer. So I've got them over here on the hot spot, and I've got these on the cooler spot, so they should be done right about the same time. It's always safe though to put a thermometer in there and make sure they're at 165 degrees, and you'll know they'll be done. We'll take them off here soon. All right guys, we just pulled these off the grill. They're looking and smelling great. And we're gonna show you 2 ways to plate them here. Now, if you're just doing buffet style, we're recommending just setting your wings out and serve them with a side of sauce. That's that remoulade we made earlier. If you really want to impress them, put that remoulade in a squeeze bottle, Nice generous drizzle there. Top it with some fresh scallions. There you have it. All right, guys, it's time to try these wings out. Got the remoulade sauce here. That was a good wing. First thing I noticed, the tenderness. Man, that was such an easy bite. That was really good. You got the char flavor coming through from the grill. A little bit smoky, spicy, not too salty. Man, y'all got to try this recipe out. Hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Hey, papa. Hey, papa. You better get your gun. They got a chicken on the run. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Hey, papa. Hey, papa. You better get your gun. They got a chicken on the run.